Do you know? Has anyone seen the kids' film Up? Right, you know the little old man with the glasses on. I swear to you, we were playing away at Sunderland, and a live human version of the man in Up was there.
Hello, ladies and blokes, and welcome back to the Utter Bloke Nonsense podcast. I am Rabbit.
I'm JJ.
And we are the American FPL podcast from the other side of the pond. We are American FPL fans hoping to bring a different sense of perspective and humor to the game we all love, Fantasy Premier League. We are streaming on Playback. We are also on YouTube and Spotify. Like and subscribe, people. We see you lurking. We want your attention or approval, I guess. Okay, we're seeking it now. We
need your karma.
We have earned so much respect in this game. Okay, we are coming off such a great game week. We are leaving these content creators in the mud right now. Honestly, we're both cracked into the top million. And that's what we're going to go over this episode. We both just had really great game weeks. Going to go over game week 6 and some of the storylines. We both had chips active this week.
Could never be a non-content creator. We don't disregard. Yeah, we make a different type of content over here. We're one of the good ones.
We can really just jump into it. JJ, you had your triple captain active.
For sure. Yeah. I think I mentioned on the last pod, I was really thinking of bringing in the triple captain this week to use for Erling Haaland, despite some injury concerns that Pep Guardiola mentioned during the press conference.
They were so fake.
It seemed fake. He was in training. I mean, it was really nice. He got rested in the cup game. We played all the youngins, and they did really well. I think that Divine Mukasa will be one to look out for in FPL in a couple of years from now. He was rocking the false 9 position. But this week, I triple captained Erling Haaland, and I think this is just a lesson that good chip usage can really make or break your FPL season and your rank. Because really, I didn't even have that good of a week other than the Haaland triple captain. I had 2 other players who got returns, and they're both from Bournemouth. So I think it just goes to show chips make a big difference. Despite that, I was on a big green arrow. I'm up into the top 700,000. Not 7 million. I'm ditching that M club. I'm in the 100K club
Let's
now.
go.
And it feels great. I mean, really, there's not even really that much to talk about when you look at my team, because it's a whole lot of mid other than 3 players. Senesi, he is the king of DEFCONs. He's now the only player who's gotten DEFCONs in every single game. I was a little bit dubious when I saw that stat, but Mukiele only got 9 this week. He was 1 away from 10. I think him and Tarkovsky were really the last holdouts. Senesi's great. I feel like he's honestly essential at this point because he is a lock for DEFCONs, and he actually is really involved in their set pieces. He's a goal-scoring and assist threat, and he gets bonus points because of that, as well as just getting clean sheets because Brentford's defense is looking pretty good. We'll see. Maybe this week was a trend of things to come, but I think they've been solid. They had big upgrade at keeper last year. I think they still have a lot of solid defenders this year. Rather, they have a lot of solid defenders. They're just poaching the Chelsea backups, and I think that Petro Boomin is way better than Kepa, honestly, after what I've seen this so far 100%. This season. Semenyo, wow, what a player. I mean, you can see on the graphic here, he is 60% owned, and honestly, that's going to keep on going up because he's basically gotten returns every week. He's the highest scoring midfielder in FPL. I actually am not sure whether Holland overtook him or not. They're really neck and neck, I'm sure. And then, triple captain Holland, 48-pointer, feels so good. I feel like whenever I play a triple captain, I'm just hoping for like a 30-pointer, at least 30-pointer with a triple captain feels great. I'd say that's mission accomplished. Use the chip well. I remember I played triple captain. Some folks might remember Rashford on the double game week back 2 or 3 years ago. That was like a 70-something pointer. It was insane. He had like 20-something points in across the two. It was a double game week for United against like the two newly promoted clubs, and he just absolutely cooked. But 48 points is great. As always, I think with FPL, no matter who's on your team and who you start, there's always a benching headache, and you don't pick the right guys. I feel fine with the benching. I mean, I think no one really expected Sunderland to hold another clean sheet, especially because they're playing against who are they against?
Forest.
Forest, yeah. I don't know. Like the Forest haven't been very good, but it's Ange. Like you expect him to score goals at least. That's what he always says. Like that's how he plays,
mate.
So I'm fine about that. I mean, I think this is the third straight game week that I've had Mukiele on 6+ points, sat third bench. So shout out to him. He's the bench captain over here. He's holding it down. Paquetá got DEFCONs, which is pretty cool. Anderson got DEFCONs. He's also looking like a great DEFCON piece. I'm going to try to continue to start him in the future. Although next week they're against Bournemouth, so they're against Bournemouth next week. So maybe I'll bench him, but we'll see. I think Senesi is the better pick if you're picking between the two. A couple, Fernandez, terrible week. Missed a pen, was one off of DEFCONs. United are just in shambles right now. Honestly, Bayindir he's such a bad keeper. Like Brentford probably should have scored one goal. Like honestly, that game probably should have been 1-1. The other two goals were so savable. He the third goal was right down the middle, and the second one he was like standing in the middle of the goal despite Igor Jesus or whatever his name is, Igor Thiago. Like just streaking all the way to the left side of the goal, and he beat him near post. And so honestly, I don't know what's going on with Lamens, the goalkeeper that they signed, but at this point, you got to bring him in. Like, I don't know. Amarim is. I kind of held out that Amarim might actually not be that bad, but like, I think he's got to go. Maybe Potter's got to come in or something. Get someone. Someone actually no. There's already put Amarim on Potter's face. He looks like a hobbit. That's my game week. Oscar Bob honestly was like really just like a hair away from scoring a goal. He whiffed the ball that ended up being Estev's second own goal. Estev was one of City's best players that game. He was pretty awesome. And Foden had a similar thing happen to him. So honestly, just unlucky for City midfielders. Cody Gakpo, the fact they didn't start is crazy. I feel like they looked really bad because they did not have a left winger that game, and they're trying to play for it as like a makeshift winger. So I'm worried about him. I think he's probably one of my bigger priorities to get out of the team. But he's my only Liverpool midfield / attacker. So I think I'll probably stay the course for another week or two and see what happens. Because I do think that they should have a good attack when everyone is really firing. So we'll see. That's really it for my game week, though. I would say like a great game week overall because of Holland. Triple captain coming up clutch for sure. I thought I had to get it good with my triple captain. But Rabbit, you cooked me, man.
Well, there was a little bit of luck as there always is, but I can share my screen now. Is it showing?
Yep. I can see it.
Beautiful. Yes, ended on 79 points. Top 300K now. And honestly, it was just the Holland and Gabriel show. So, and Enzo, I guess. Yeah, like Enzo. Oh, this is how I landed on my wild card, essentially. I think last episode I was debating whether to have Enzo at all, but I was sort of just like, oh, with Palmer out, he's probably going to be on set pieces and probably pens. And I just stuck with him, like, sort of against my, even though I knew, like, yeah, like Chelsea ended up losing this week, which honestly, yeah, even despite the bad Chelsea performance, Enzo was the only one to return. So I guess it was a good call, and I think I'll just keep him. I mean, he's just a decent price at the end of the day. I don't need to start him all the time. And yeah, he ended up getting the goal, 2 bonus points somehow. I don't think he was terribly off DEFCON either. So maybe one of these days he'll get that. But yeah, like, because I played my wild card, I couldn't triple captain Holland. I would have, easy to say in hindsight, I guess. But if Palmer wasn't injured and Chelsea didn't look so bad against United, I think I would have just used 2 transfers to get Salah out and Holland in, just so I could have triple capped Holland, pretty much. I was sort of looking forward to it, but I guess the upside of the wild card was just getting Gabriel in. Yeah, like 19 DEFCON, which is crazy. 3 bonus points, snagged it at the end along with his goal, and yeah, everyone's going to be hopping on Gabriel pretty soon. Foden was a bit of a disappointment. Yeah, Esteve stealing all types of goals from the Man City midfield was really annoying. And he was sort of my big punt on the wild card because I did not want Bruno. And I'm glad I didn't go Bruno. I guess that's a 2-point net gain in this scenario. But yeah, like I think I'm still happy with Foden though. Like it does sort of suck because at his price point, I was just hoping for maybe like an assist or something, But like, and Spurs were not looking too good. I was hoping Romero would maybe get just DEFCON or something or a clean sheet, but I am ultimately glad I went with Richarlison as a striker. I think he will come good. I just do think he's a good price for the most part. And really, I guess I have the same Gakpo dilemma. I mean, on my wild card, I was just afraid to have the Ghost of Amsterdam. I was afraid to have no Liverpool assets at all. And I was just like, he's an okay price. And I do think he's still in the best 11. It's like tough. The rotation is tough, but I do think he is just, yeah, I don't know. He just seems like, he's been getting the returns. So, I mean, like, why argue with it? I guess, like, it's like I'm not going Soboslai. I'm not going McAllister. Not going Wirtz. And everyone else is sort of too expensive. Isaac, Ekitike getting his silly red card. But, I also landed on Burn as a defender on my wild card, and I think the Newcastle defense just looks great, so I'm happy with him, and I think I'm gonna play him next week. Just really happy with this week. I was happy to mostly beat out the triple captainers just because of Gabriel, pretty much. Enzo obviously chipped in as well. So yeah, just some luck went my way. Yeah, the Enzo goal was sort of pretty lucky. I honestly at first I thought it was offside, and there was a lengthy VAR review for offside because like it just looked like he was like way ahead of the play for some reason. But I think Enzo, yeah, he'll continue coming good. I do want to look forward to my next week. Who I'm gonna play for next week?
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's gonna be sort of silly. And is this showing?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Let me try again. How about that?
Yes, I can see it now. Big at the back.
Oh, I'm feeling 5 at the back. Gabriel against West Ham, Romero against Leeds. Honestly, that might be sort of tough. But he might get DEFCONs. And then Senesi against Fulham. Again, like Fulham, like their attack is there's no slouches, but maybe some DEFCON. Like Lacroix against Everton, retake that. Burn against Forest at home, retake that. And I just don't want to play my Chelsea players. I'm hiding. Honestly, I could see Enzo getting a goal, but
yeah, I feel like
I
honestly,
yeah,
or even Pedro. I feel like someone's gonna score. Liverpool, their defense isn't that.
I mean, their
great.
defense isn't great. I think we're just shit. So it's tough. Like honestly, it is sort of a coin toss between Gakpo and Enzo, I guess. But maybe I play Enzo instead of Romero. Go 4-4-2. Daichi ball, but I do have a pretty got a pretty serious benching headache going into next week. But yeah, my wildcard team was like a little too stacked. I think like it was just like I got all these like 5.0 defenders, and it's just like it's like those are it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be missing out on points a little bit, but and some value, but yeah, just like I mean, not going Bruno was just freed up the funds for that really, and just sticking with Foden. So yeah, but great week overall. Any feedback?
Cook.
Any thoughts? Should I go 5 at the back?
I feel like one of the Chelsea attackers / midfielders will come good and nab a goal. And looking at your defense, yeah, those are 5 really good defenders. I don't think that there is one who I think is Romero's probably the worst, but Romero is somebody who has goal threat, DEFCON threat.
How about this?
So yeah, I would honestly 5-4-1. Wow, that's like an old school bravery. Yeah, this is like an old school like West Brom formation or something. I mean, I like it. I don't know. It's tough. I feel like it is kind of a benching headache. I feel like you have too many good players. So I don't know, but I do feel like one of those Chelsea guys is going to come good, and I would remove a defender for them. But yeah, I feel like I would go Romero to either Pedro or Enzo, but yeah, that is tough. I mean, that's the thing. Like the week after you wildcard, I feel like the week you wildcard, you have a lined up in mind, and then for me, always like the week after I wildcard, I'm always like, damn, my team is like too good. Like it's not a bad problem to have, but it is one where you end up with benching headaches. I think Foden's going to be great, though. I feel like Foden was unlucky not to get a goal or an assist. He was super involved. He probably had the most touches in the box for any City player, at least for while he was on, because they did sub him off somewhat early. But he's just looking great. He, I think, has a really good chance to get returns against Brentford. They're looking a little bit iffy at the back, so I like that pick a lot. And honestly, all right, this might be crazy, but like even Pedro or Enzo for Gakpo, I could see being good. Now, if Gakpo was playing
it sort of depends
City,
on the Champions League stuff, I guess, but we'll see.
True.
Yeah.
if Gakpo plays, well, I don't know what to think. Do you think if Gakpo plays like a full game in the Champions League, he's more or less likely to start and play big minutes on? I forget if it's Saturday or Sunday, but whenever they play.
I think if he plays midweek and he plays well, he's gonna get started.
Yeah,
But
that is true. Yeah,
because like Slot needs some juice.
Yeah, they need to score goals, and I mean, I think Ekitike being back, crazy to say. I mean, I don't know. Isak has barely really played for them, but Ekitike has been better. So I do think that Ekitike has the juice.
Yeah.
Isak is really playing his way back into fitness too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and also I'm pessimistic because I have Gakpo, and I'm like, dude, he's been kind of ass since I brought him in. So
there will be
I
no
don't know.
Trev for Chelsea, which will honestly, that is going to be really rough.
Achampong, I don't know how to say his name. Is he going to
Achampong?
start?
I mean, I do like him a lot. I don't know if he's gonna start though. I think it'll probably be Tosin and Badiashile. Maybe Achampong starts right back because, like, honestly, Achampong, like, he is good at doing the right back role and he can invert somewhat. He is like pretty versatile.
He's good at that for sure. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of his best role, but also right back at Chelsea is just kind of there is a big. Talking about benching headaches, like to have Gusto and Reese, that is bad. I saw Gusto. Gusto had a breakaway and he turned around. I don't know if you saw that play.
Oh yeah, I watched like most of the game, but not the end. Yeah, when Gusto came on, yeah.
He was through on the right side and he turned it and passed it backwards. It was crazy.
Now Gusto is frustrating, honestly. Like at first, like I was pretty excited for him, but he is just like not our best option at all at right back.
I feel I don't know if he's right for your guys' system. I feel like he was better when you guys had more traditional wing backs, and
I mean he could bomb up and down very effectively. Yeah, it's just like when he has to invert, it is a train wreck. He's like not good at that at all, and. Yeah, Maresca, the invert sexual, will never let it go. So, like, the only time he did actually, like, in the Club World Cup final, that was like Gusto at his best.
Yeah, he was nasty.
So I was hoping that, like, Maresca would employ that more, but he just hasn't really done that. So yeah,
that was like a fake. Like Chelsea was fake in the Club World Cup. Like I haven't seen anything from them this season. Like no, I mean I don't know. You know better than me. I haven't really seen anything from them this year that like they were cooking against PSG, and now it's like I guess the Prem's strong, but it was.
Well, I think it was in that case, like in the Club World Cup final, it was just like Maresca just like out tacticked, like
the fraud
it was just outplayed and like PSG. I mean, like they are laissez-faire. They're French, okay, and like they roll up. If they play their brand and like if it doesn't work, they're like okay.
Enrique doesn't even coach from the sidelines anymore. He's calling his players on the cell phones. I don't know if you've seen that. He's up in the box calling. He calls his player. It's weird. I don't know. He's always been sort of an out there coach, but yeah. I mean, he did just get a hip replacement or some sort of surgery where I don't know if he can go out onto the field. So no offense really meant to him, but calling your players on the cell phone during the game is hilarious. Here's what my team's looking like for next week. I brought in Matty Cash. I forgot to mention that. Villa's defense is okay. I don't know. It probably wasn't a great move, but I just didn't really want to have Lacroix in my team. I probably wasn't going to bench him or wasn't going to start him for the next 4 or so match weeks anyway. And so having him as a 5 mil defender just didn't really feel right. Because I wanted to rotate and like honestly like Anderson versus him was a question, but for that one game week to have like half a mil burning a hole in my pocket, I'd rather just bring in someone who's a little bit cheaper and I can rotate with Anderson. I'm probably going to bring is his name? Oh, Richards. I'm probably going to bring in Chris Richards as an avenue back into the Palace defense when their fixtures swing back a little bit. But for now, I'm fine with Matty Cash. They're playing Burnley. I don't know. I feel like he could, like, if he's whipping balls in as much as City were, he probably will get a deflection in off of one of his own players or off of a Estev and get some goal contributions. Yep. Maybe it'll hit off of Rogers' hand again and go to Watkins. I don't know if you saw that. It's like a crazy head ball that they just didn't call. And he somehow didn't even get the assist for it, even though he was the last guy to touch it before Watkins smashed it home. I feel great about Gyökeres at West Ham, even though he's been a little bit disappointing. I feel like even though Nuno is a little bit more sure at the back than Potter was, I think that's a fixture where you get right. And I hope he will, because he's been slightly disappointing so far for a 9 mil. Mateta, I'm really surprised he dropped in price. I feel like he has been the biggest goal threat for Palace by a lot. He honestly should have had a goal or two against Liverpool. And yeah, I think he's one of the best forwards out there, honestly. Like he's on pens and he seems like he is super nailed and getting a lot of chances. I think it's only a matter of time before he starts to haul. Captain Holland against Brentford, feel great about that. Fernandez against Sunderland, don't feel very good about that because Sunderland are a good defense and Bruno has been piss poor. No, he had a goal a couple weeks ago, but yeah, the pick was tough. I probably am going to swap out Bob. I'm thinking of going to Doku, which is sort of a lateral switch, but he's one of my favorite players. He's been awesome for City, and he's now within my price range because of the Lacroix transfer I made. And then I'm going to try to bring in Gabriel as well. We'll see if he rises in price a bunch. I'm just going to I'm not too worried. I have 0.7 in the bank. I don't have like a lot to use it for. I'm just going to wait and see if he gets hurt or something in the Champions League game before I bring him in. But I do want to bring him in. I actually have a topic about Arsenal defense as well. Just sort of something I was thinking about. I'm probably still going to bring in Gabriel. But actually we can get to this now, I guess, and then we can start to share some of the fixtures. Yeah. I'll share the Arsenal game, and actually, this is not a good game to discuss the talking point that I'm about to bring up, because they actually did get a lot of DEF CONs this game. Because it's at St. James's Park, it's a tough place to go into. Gabriel got 19, as we mentioned, but I do think that you were really smart with the Raya pick. And I feel like of the Arsenal defense, I think Raya is the best one to have. I was just sort of playing it out in my head. Arsenal guys, defenders, are probably not going to get DEF CONs a ton. And so really you're betting on clean sheets. And they'll probably still do very well because of that. But now DEF CONs have sort of changed the game, where I'd almost rather be betting on DEF CONs every week than the odd clean sheet, or maybe even more than the odd clean sheet for Arsenal. Whereas Raya with goalkeepers, it's really clean sheet or bust unless they're getting a lot of saves, which is very risky. And Raya, it seems like he's the safest clean sheet for a keeper, and I think that probably makes him worth that extra money. And yeah, so the long-winded way of saying I think Raya is the keeper to bring in this year in FPL. I think he will continue to be the best. And I'm going to try to bring him in eventually if I can figure out how to do it funds-wise. I could do it this week, but I don't know. I feel fine about Vicario, at least for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, this game was really interesting. Set Piece FC is at it again. The just 2 late goals to get the win. I feel like Arsenal. If you're Newcastle, you have to be really disappointed because they were really like Arsenal was not looking threatening for most of the game. I mean, it was really not until Marino put that goal in or around then that Arsenal were starting to look threatening. And yeah, Newcastle, I think, deserved a draw at least. They honestly could have gotten the win. But Arsenal again with the late goals. I think Voltamata looked good. He got a nice goal. He didn't shake Gabriel's hand. I like that. I don't know if you saw Gabriel's celebration where he put his hand behind his back, but that was kind of cold. That was some shots fired there. Nick Pope was really good this game too.
Yeah,
did you have
I was
any
thinking
thoughts?
about I was thinking about him for a FPL shout maybe. Yeah, if you're not going Raya, Nick Pope is probably second best, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, he got saves.
He gets saves. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Saves.
He gets saves. Like Newcastle, like some of these other teams that we've talked about, like I feel like they play a way where they don't necessarily like people are going to take shots on them. It's just usually like low XG chances. And even when it is a high XG chance, Pope is just a really solid shot stopper,
Yep.
and he's good. I think he's like almost underrated at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he never really gets England's caps is surprising to me. But
True.
that's neither here nor there. The one thing I'm concerned about, we'll see. I don't know if you've heard any news or if there has been any news on Livramento. If he's injured, I think that Newcastle's defense drops off by a little bit. Burn is still a good pick because I still feel like they're clear of most teams in the Prem. But that's concerning. I rate Livramento so highly. I think he's awesome. I'd love to have him at City.
Former Chelsea.
He is former Chelsea. Yeah, one of the best. One of what's
Cobham?
Cobham. One of Cobham's best. Yeah.
Yep.
But all right, let's look at some other games here.
Well, just one last piece on Arsenal. Can we just talk about what Saliba was doing on the second goal? The illegal screen.
Oh, yeah.
Again, like it wasn't the worst instance of this happening, but it happens every time. It's just like cumulatively, like Saliba was not playing the ball. Was not playing the ball, and like
they never do.
Gabriel like did well to jump up and head it. Like I think even without Saliba interfering, Pope doesn't get there. But it's just like I hope keepers just like start being like really annoying about it. I hope they just fall over at like any like if Pope fell over there, they call it off. Like and like rightfully so. It's just like what is Saliba doing?
Yeah,
like it's so annoying. Like
I mean, Donnarumma did it right. He was just running through them. He was like, "Fuck it, I don't care. I'm just gonna run through you." And I mean, he's a huge, strong guy, so not every keeper is him. Pope honestly is really big too, but he's quite skinny, so I feel like it's slightly different. But yeah, honestly, just start like. Just punch him. Like pretend like you're punching for the ball and just sock at one of the Arsenal defenders. I don't know. I'm not advocating for violence here, but I do think that at some point you have to fight fire with fire, and this set piece FC bullshit is getting out of hand. Okay,
it's gone too far.
It really is. Saka, I still think a good FPL asset. I feel like he's quite nailed, even though he only played 70 here. Yeah, I think Arsenal have a nice fixture run coming up. So if you're thinking of bringing in Saka, I don't think that this game should dissuade you. We already talked about this game, actually, for the most part. United versus Brentford. United are just butted. Yeah. And Bayern's bad. I don't know if you had any other thoughts.
Thiago is a good shout. I was thinking about him on my wild card.
Yes.
But no, he's like officially like worth it. Like he's like for his price, I think he's probably the best striker you can get.
Agreed.
And yeah, Amarim's gonna get sacked probably. I don't think there's any coming back from this.
It seems like he wants to. I don't know. He just like he talks about the press conference. He's like, I don't really care. Like you could sack me, and then like apparently they have to pay $12 million if they do sack him, and that might be why they're not going to. But at this point, I don't know. I don't think he wants to be there anymore. I feel like coaching at United like destroyed his psyche. He like really seems like a shell of his former self at this point. And I think he should get out for his own good health, but you can't really quit. Maybe they're like trying to get him to quit so that they don't have to pay the money. They're just like they're psychologically abusing him behind the scenes, and that's why he's so sad. I mean, coaching at United is enough psychological abuse without people even having to try. So, but yeah, Igor Thiago, I do think is really good. Brentford's fixtures, I want to take a look. Because they're not great, honestly. City, West Ham's pretty good, but it's now Nuno West Ham, which is going to be less.
Oh, Grimsby is intimidating.
Yeah, dude, Grimsby. Yeah, Grimsby's probably going to beat them. Yeah, I thought they might be a good fixture to target in FPL, but yeah, Liverpool, then Palace. Like honestly, they're 4 of their next 5 games. I would not wait. Yeah, Grimsby. 4 of the next 5 games, including Grimsby. No, 3 of their next 4 games I think are going to be really tough. Oh, and then they play Newcastle. Yeah. So
maybe after that run, you pick up Thiago. But yeah,
I think if you could rotate and maybe like honestly, I don't think I think he could score against City for sure. He definitely could score against West Ham.
It's like where else is the goals coming from? If Brentford are going to score, that's the thing. I think he's just sometimes like it is good to target the fixtures, but sometimes the player, if you're just like, oh, if someone's going to score a goal, it's going to come from him. He's sort of becoming that guy.
For sure. No, I think that's, people get too much into targeting the fixtures.
Yeah.
When really if someone's class, they're class. And especially if someone's in good form, then they're probably going to stay in good form. So I think form over fixtures, like I always like that as an FPL strategy. Let's take a look. We talked a little bit about this game. Do you have any other thoughts as a Chelsea fan?
Well, the first half was amazing. Second half was horrible. I think the red card was not. I just feel like it was harsh. Like, was it the right call? Probably, but it just like sucks to watch. And then after that point, I was like, I think we were just gonna go on to lose. So, yeah,
fair.
Just sucks.
Brentford are just weird. Honestly, at this point, I picked them to be high in the table, and I don't really trust them. But at the same time, they're kind of awesome in big fixtures, and because of that weird, just yo-yoing of them, I don't really trust them in FPL. I feel like Minte could be a good asset. But I think if I was bringing anyone in, it would be him. And I think he's at a nice price. But at the same time, I don't really feel good enough about Brentford to be tooting his horn. They do play Wolves, but they 2 of their next 4 fixtures are pretty nice. Wolves and United, but they also have Newcastle and Arsenal and Palace. So I wouldn't say to stay away because honestly, they kind of seem to score whoever they play against. But Brighton. I think I might have said Brentford, called them Brentford. Brighton. I feel like it's just like a weird FPL team, honestly. Liverpool's first loss of the season. That was. I thought you gave a fire react there. Palace I think are legit. They gave Liverpool a little bit of a taste of their own medicine with the 90+7 goal here. They out XG'd them. The possession's crazy. I didn't realize it was that lopsided, but that's kind of how Palace play it. They hit you on the counter. Rabbit, I don't know if you're there or if you have thoughts on the game. But
Yeah, sorry, am I here? Yeah, like my
Yeah, you are.
browser just like sort of pooped out for some reason. But
Oh crap.
yes. I was hearing you on Discord though. Um Palace. Yeah, Palace are just really good. I mean, and yeah, Palace just really have Liverpool's number. I mean, we saw on the shield, the plate to game
Yes.
that yeah, Palace are just really quite good. And Sar, I told you, even without Eze, I think Sar could pick up the slack, and he's doing that. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I would like to bring him in at some point. It sucks that he has to go to AFCON, but I mean, he's looking like a really great asset, I would say. So
Definitely. I
yeah,
think match week, let's see, 7. Honestly, this week is probably pretty good. Even against Bournemouth, I don't think it would be crazy if he nabs a goal. I mean, yeah, I feel like honestly bringing him in now would not be crazy. I think he's really good. I think yeah, him and Mateta will continue to have goal threat, and yeah, I mean, it sucks that he got injured. Like I would have totally had him in my team on my wild card if he didn't get hurt a couple weeks ago. But regardless, yeah, I think he's awesome. He's been cooking for like Loki the past like 7 or like 9 months or so since the end of last season.
mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I just think at this point he's good. He was even good like for FBL when he was on Watford however many years ago. So I feel like he's stamped. Yeah, Leeds, Bournemouth allowing more goals than we're used to here.
Yep.
I didn't actually watch the game, but it's kind of crazy that they got out XG'd by a full goal. But still, Senesi and Semenyo both were great. Oh, Krupi Jr. got a goal.
I know.
Okay, I didn't even notice that.
My bench legend.
The bench punt icon.
Yeah.
Senesi got an assist. He also got DEFCONs. I forget if he got bonus. Maybe not actually, because that's.
I think he got
7.
a bonus.
Maybe one bonus. Yeah. Semenyo got his goal. Yeah, I mean, I think Leeds are feisty. I think like I think Burnley is still a little bit questionable, but at this point in the season, I do think that Leeds and Sunderland are both good. I still think you should target Leeds because I think they will allow some goals, but I think that their defense isn't terrible and their attack is pretty good. And yeah, I feel like they could stay up for sure, especially with all the teams that are really just waffling and struggling right now. But yeah, City Burnley was awesome. Honestly, I feel like it wasn't that surprising that they won by a lot. I feel like that's why everyone was backing Holland. Sunderland are legit. I feel like
and Ange is bad.
Dude, Ange is back. Ange is back. He's bad. He's back being bad. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not like it's not Ange's fault, but it is really crazy to bring in a manager mid-season, and like the way that Forrest brought him in was so crazy. And really, they like put him in a really like a dire situation. Especially for a coach like Ange, who is like he's all about his system, and like I feel like it's not a system that you can just learn quick. Like you kind of have to practice a lot, and I don't know. He probably has only had a couple practices with them because they're also in Europe, so it's definitely kind of weird. But yeah, I think he's back doing old Ange shenanigans. And yeah, I mean, Roofs on Sunderland is also looking like a really good 4.5 keeper. He gets so many saves, and Sunderland's defense is looking very steady. 6 saves this game, clean sheet. He's the player of the match. Yeah, I mean, I really like Sunderland's defense. I feel like they're probably not going to be as good, but I think if you're looking for a 4 mil defender, I think there are a lot of options, or even a 5 mil midfielder for Xhaka is pretty solid.
Yes.
Yeah. Tottenham, man. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you can't take the Spurs out of Spurs. Like the
You don't
Spursies
say.
in a Spur. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this was Wolves' first point of the season.
Oof.
Yeah. So that's not ideal. Um yeah,
Yeah,
I only watched the end.
Paulinho doing taking the shirt off. I think he was
Dude.
the most excited person about it. He was just like, "Oh my god, I scored a last minute goal. Everyone's going to be so excited." I think he took off his shirt, and when he looked around, I felt like he was just like, "Why is everyone not like really happy
Oh.
for me?" And it was just like,
It
read
was
the
like
room.
Ekatike
Yeah.
last week when he took his
Well,
shirt
I mean,
off, and
at
then he's
least
like, "Wait,
at
why are
least it
you
was
mad at me?"
at least it was a winning goal, and
Yeah.
it was he's just been on such good form. He's just and Isaac is like breathing down his neck, and he's like, "I'm the one." So I can sort of see why he did it, even though it was dumb and on a yellow, whatever. But the Paulinho one was totally uncalled for,
Yeah, for a
absolutely
game
uncalled.
tying goal to celebrate like that is crazy. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
though, it was kind of sick. He was fired up, and the goal was like actually pretty
I mean
nasty
the goal
too.
was
So,
good. Yeah, the goal was good, but it's
um,
just like, yeah,
yeah,
you can only do that if it's lit.
for
And you're
sure.
the
Yeah, if you just won, it's like Arsenal against City last week. They celebrated like crazy to tie at home against
oh
us.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you could do better. When City did the reverse against Arsenal, they literally did not celebrate at all. They picked up the ball, they threw it at Gabriel's head, and then they got back. So that was awesome. But dude, Villa, how about it? They got 3 goals. This is like the equivalent of
Yeah.
any other teams dropping 10.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't watch this game, but this is, I mean, it's like that third goal looks sort of fluky, I guess.
Several of their goals were
And
fluky, to be honest, but
yeah,
they were due. Like you're not gonna not score for
yeah.
that many games. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they were lucky. Yeah, like this game did not make me feel worse about Fulham's defense. Really. Oh god, timer going off. All set. Yeah. But otherwise, like I think it was a pretty close game, and Villa just got a couple lucky bounces, really.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's think about what are your thoughts on Nuno with West Ham? We could look at this Everton game as well.
Hmm. I mean, I think Potter, yeah, definitely just had to go. I don't know why people like him anymore. Honestly, it's like,
Potter?
yeah,
It's because of the memes. He's got the best face to edit onto other people's
I mean,
faces.
his aura is like it's not like traditional aura where it's like, whoa, that you're cool and sort of intimidating and good at what you do. It's sort of a silly aura. And that is funny to have around. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I just think he's been sort of I mean, we mentioned it a couple episodes ago. It's just I think he's just been sort of exposed as like not that good of a manager. Like we look at where Brighton has gone after Potter, and they have been better. And like even yeah, we were like De Zerbi is probably a better manager. Hutzela, I don't know if he's gonna be like better per se, but
Yeah, he's got sleeve tats though. He looks pretty cool. He's got aura.
he's actually got aura. But yeah, Potter's not good. So Nuno coming in the game today. I watched the second half. It was okay. I mean, I think Nuno will probably improve their defense for sure. I think one of the assets that you actually have is Paqueta. I would probably keep a hold of him. I think that I think that they will do better. They definitely have enough talent to definitely not be relegation fodder. They could definitely be just solid bottom half, with Nuno.
Yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
think Nuno will probably secure that. So yeah, if you're looking to target West Ham, I would sort of lay off it, or
For
not go as
sure.
crazy. Diouf still looking
Yeah,
great,
he got an assist. I don't know.
and
They're not counting it here, but I think he did
no,
get an assist, right? Yeah, he got 5
yeah,
fantasy points. So,
yeah. It's because like one of the Everton defenders got a touch before it
okay.
landed to Bowen, but yeah, I mean, he put in like every time he crosses the ball, I'm just like, man,
He's sick.
he's so good at crossing.
He's so
Like
good.
so,
I think, like, yeah, if you
yeah,
think about the wing backs at Forest last year, they were both great assets, Ina and Nico Williams, and I feel like Juve is going to be that guy. Honestly, I mean, I think Wan-Bissaka might be phased out, and that like Wan-Bissaka, Walker
yeah,
Peters rotation is probably going to be weird for the rest of the year. I could see Wan-Bissaka having like a bit of a revival as well, though. We'll see about that. I think Juve is the one to go with. But yeah, I feel good
yes,
about Paketa for sure. I think he like his profile is kind of similar to Gibbs White, like being talismanic, just like being a great passer, long ball, having like it's just kind of threat on the counter. So I feel good about him. I was definitely thinking about transferring him out, and now I'll probably keep him a couple weeks just to see what he looks like under Nuno, especially with like more practices under his belt and more time to really just come into that system. I feel like actually we didn't. I think we've gone through all of our notes. I don't know if you wanted to add anything else, but I do feel like just taking a look at the table and talking a little bit about the fixtures to target and the fixtures to avoid thus far could be an interesting segment to go over for like the last 10 minutes or so of the pod.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So let's see.
I
Yeah, we can
do want to
start at the
mention
bottom
one last thing.
for sure.
Florian Wirtz. Do we have a dialogue? Do we open a dialogue? Because what I want to say is I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's a flop yet. But I want to know where all the haters are. Why is everyone afraid to be a hater right now? Like,
No, I've
it's just
seen
like,
so many 007 memes. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the
okay.
haters.
Well, I mean, other than Twitter, but like, you watch any pundit, and they're just like, "Oh, he's obviously quality. He just needs the betting and whatever." And it's just like, honestly, I didn't hear this about Havertz. I didn't hear this about, Enzo. If I'm just talking about Chelsea, like, I think if he was wearing a different shirt, he would be under a different type of scrutiny. That's all I'm feeling right now. It's just like I think there is just a double standard with this guy, and I don't think he's bad. Like, I think Gyökeres. People will have a shorter fuse with Gyökeres. I don't like because
Yeah,
he's a striker, and obviously, if you're not scoring goals as a striker, it's like people are gonna come for you. I think people are already sort of starting to maybe have doubts. Like
for
Wirtz though,
sure.
it's just like he's like supposed to be this like I don't know, this technician. And like honestly, a game like Crystal Palace, that's a game he should have unlocked. If
For
he's
sure.
like that his price tag, like he's good at like playing the ball on the ground and being creative and just being tricky in tight spaces against like good defenses, he can do that. But it's just like but he is just like massively underperforming. Like it is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, you know a player is cooked when people start making graphics about their forward runs and they're like how many times they've gotten into the final third or whatever. They did it with Havertz.
Yeah.
They did it with Darwin. I feel like they did it with like Nico Jackson and some of these other guys. honestly, Nico Jackson might be the best of the three players that that we've just named.
Yep.
But no, I mean Verts. I feel like you have to admit he's just been disappointing. Yeah, like especially for the price tag. I do feel like I'm starting to like. I feel like there's a vision that I could see of him being good in that squad, but at the same time, I really don't know why when you already have Soboslai, who I think last year
True.
cemented himself as a super elite player in basically
Yeah.
the same position. I don't know if 150 million on like a player who's super similar is actually worth it. Like especially when you're already looking to bring in multiple strikers, and I think
Yep.
they have a center back crisis now. I don't know. I feel like that. Yeah, the price tag really has to come into question. And yeah, I still think he's good. Like he's so good for Germany. I feel like it'll come good eventually. But at the same time, I'm starting to wonder if the Liverpool system is right for him. And I don't know. Yeah, the expectations are always going to be higher when you have players that much money, and it invites more scrutiny. And I think it's due. It's due for sure. Yeah, let's look at the table and talk about some of these teams. Wolves have conceded the second most goals so far. They have also scored the joint least. So I think that their assets are quite bad right now. I do think that Strand Larson, when he's back fully fit, could be an interesting shout. But even though they have pretty good fixtures coming up, stay away and target them if you have players playing against them. West Ham.
I wouldn't really target West Ham anymore.
I
Or
agree.
not that hard. Like obviously, if you got West Ham, like if you got Holland playing West Ham, you're like, okay, we captain.
Yeah.
But like, I think Nuno will sort them out. Nuno is so clear of Potter. It's not even close.
Nuno's teams are always really sure at the back. There's questions of the goal scoring, and they've been sometimes really iffy there, which is why, like, I don't know, Fulkrug or Bowen, I still don't know, even though Bowen did get a goal. I don't know if they're, like, fully sanctioned as great picks. But no, I think West Ham defense is going to be a lot better, and yeah, don't target them. Target Burnley for sure.
Yep.
Triple captain against Burnley.
But Esteve will take away all your goals.
Yeah.
Okay, beware. Yeah.
If you're playing anti-FPL, then throw in captain Esteve.
I did look at Esteve's his rating, and it was like a 1.8, I think. And then I went sort of down a little rabbit hole where I was just like, what's the lowest anyone's ever gotten on FootMob? And I think he might be like the lowest of any Prem player I saw.
That's awesome.
Recently. So I mean, maybe Bobby Sanchez. Like if there was enough data, like last week,
Oh my god, the disaster class.
If your first action is a sending off, why can't that be a 0.0? Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that was bad for sure. Yeah, he has a red in him, Robert. He's gotten quite a few. I would say target Forest for sure.
Yep.
Nuno, I think not Nuno anymore. Target like Inch defenses are always targetable. Villa.
I would say like like if your defense is playing Forest, I target them too. Like I don't think they're scoring many goals.
That they're clean sheets? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think their attack just looks bad.
It does. It's crazy to say about an Ange team, but yeah.
Well, he just doesn't have any pace merchants. Like he needs he needs like Chris Wood playing striker for him is like rough, man. Like just like he's so like he's a perfect Nuno striker, but not hand
Yeah.
striker. It needs a striker who can freaking run. And it's just
Maybe Fulkrug is a perfect Nuno striker.
no, I think he
That's
actually was
interesting.
more visible in when I watched the game today. So one to watch, maybe. Yeah, one to watch.
Yeah. Also, I'm just realizing this could be a good YouTube segment, like fixtures to target, so I could break it out.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Villa.
I'd target them for a clean sheet.
Yeah, I agree. Their defense is pretty good.
They're not conceding too much.
Their defense is solid. Newcastle. I think like if you have defenders playing against Newcastle, especially on the road, it's probably pretty good. Like I would not be mad about that. United.
I mean, yes.
Target them for both.
Yeah, target for both. We love that.
11 goals for them is crazy. I mean, I guess that is the third most, but it honestly feels like they're shipping even more goals than that.
Yeah, 3 to Brentford is like, I feel like that's like 5 for any other team. It's like.
Yeah, I know. It really is.
Ugh.
Yeah, because Brentford, if it like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to really quantify, but like they only had 6 goals going into it, which really was not great. Low-key, Brentford attack is pretty good. I would say still, like, if I have a defender playing against Brentford, I'm not going to be, like, scared. But they could hit a team on the clean sheet, for real. Or on the, not the clean sheet, on the counter. They could hit a team on the counter,
well
for real.
organized. Yeah.
Jordan Henderson,
a lot of people,
some of those...
a lot of people had them going down. I did not.
I know, I had them. No, they're not going down, I don't think.
They're not
They look solid. Let's see. Leeds. I'd say target Leeds. Yeah. Honestly, both. I think they have a clean sheet in them. For whoever they're playing against, and I think that they allow enough goals where, I would want to target them in fantasy.
Yeah, I feel like they're like sort of like for me, I think the jury's sort of out on Leeds and Fulham. To be fair, like they're both sort of just been up and down. Like Leeds, they won that game against Wolves where they totally outperformed their XG. Then they totally clobbered Bournemouth on XG but drew. And so it's looking weird. Daniel Fark might be beating the allegations.
He might be.
So,
oh my god.
Yeah.
This is an iconic manager lineup right here.
They should have never got rid of Bielsa. That was the original sin. Okay, but like...
I mean, I don't know. He is like the worst. Well, no, Scubala is really bad. But like, if you look at the points per match,
also Marsh was
bad.
Marsh like at their worst. At their worst, the Marsh reign was really bad.
The start of that 22-23 season was garbage. That was so bad.
Yeah. And like Bielsa, like he's earned enough respect. It's just like I don't know. I'm sort of just a Bielsa stan also. So,
I don't know. He flames out very often at the clubs. I feel like his style. It's like Conte or Mourinho or something. Like his style has an expiration date on it for teams. Yeah, now we're getting into the top half of the table. I feel like maybe target Chelsea.
Without Trev, I'd target Chelsea, honestly.
Yeah, I do feel pretty good about... Oh, I guess, that's why Gakpo is actually not a bad pick for next week now that I'm thinking about it more. Fulham...
we can go to Fulham. Yeah.
Fulham, you mentioned it. I agree. Like, I feel like their defense looks solid most games. I wouldn't be surprised if their XG for like the season that they've conceded is actually not that crazy. I wonder if that's a stat here. Well, it's probably, I don't know where that would be, like team stats. Yeah. I wonder if there's an XG. This actually will be a good, United have the most XG.
That's because of all the pens.
3 pens, I was about to say. XG conceded, yes. Burnley,
Whoa.
United, Villa. Oh no, I should have seen that before Matty Cash. All right, I feel pretty good about this though. This is sort of what we were. I feel like most of these line up with what we were saying. Maybe target Chelsea. They're in the top half.
They won't be the allegations.
Wolves. Either bad goalkeeper play or bad luck for them, I guess. To be 8th and then first, like let's just see. And like the best defenses, Arsenal. That's pretty crazy to only have 3 or 4, really. I mean, these are just starting to look like really like this top 5 here, even the top 6. These are the ones. I feel like if you're targeting defenders for not targeting as in trying to score points against them, but if you're looking for defenders to bring into your squads for the rest of the season, I think it's these 6. I really do think Sunderland is going to stay in at least like the top half, which I think for the price of a lot of their assets makes them worth it. I think Liverpool are slightly iffy because of just the way that Slot plays, but I still think they're a really good team and they'll get their clean sheets. City with Donnarumma. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Liverpool's defense has just been so weird.
It is.
Like, Konate is just a horrible center back partner. And Virgil, I mean, he's been fine. But, like, it's just, he's been, like, the fullback dilemma is sort of tough because Kirkes is just having a hard time totally adjusting. He'll come good for sure. Like, I have no doubt about it, but like I think the difference in system is definitely it's like a bit of a shock. Or there'll need to be an adjustment period, and I don't know what's happening with like the Frimpong Bradley rotation.
So
honestly, Bozo's lie playing right back, and then so Verts can drop a stinker at the 10. Yeah. So and then but like Bradley, I wish he was getting more consistent minutes for FPL sake because I think he would be sick for FPL.
He would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what they're doing there, and like honestly, when it comes to defense, like and they're still using Robertson a decent amount on left back, so it's just like. Chopping and changing the back line that much usually isn't great, honestly, like in terms of just like some type of consistency. So maybe they'll settle into something. But like I'm just like not. I thought about Konate on my wild card, but I was just like, that'd be sort of crazy. Even though he's like 5.5 for him, that should be a really great price for a Liverpool defender, But it's like. They just like concede 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And
they concede like 1 goal a game.
Yeah.
And so they're not really going to get clean sheets. And because of how they play, they're not really going to get DEFCONs most of the time either. And so I'm not trying to pay 5.5 or even 6. That's why I'm trying to get rid of Virgil. So I agree. It's weird. I will say this is the best I've felt about City's defense in a while. Like a lot of that is just Donnarumma, honestly. But they've conceded 2 goals with Donnarumma, and both of them have been a little bit fluky. And I mean, obviously, you're going to concede fluky goals. It's like just what happens in soccer. But he's just been great. He's such a good shot stopper. The Burnley goal against City was a really unlucky deflection. It like hit off of Ruben Diaz's like calf as he was trying to block it and like spun off all the way to the right when really the shot was towards the near post. And then there's Martinelli's goal, which was just like a really nice chip. Obviously Donnarumma's positioning maybe could have been better, but I feel like 9 times out of 10, Martinelli just like does not score that. So I think City's defensive assets are looking good. Their fixture run is good. I do feel like someone like a Guardiola He's probably our most nailed at the moment, and he could be a good FPL shout now that he's back healthy, getting minutes.
And he's not full price.
He's not. Yeah, he is price dropped. So yeah, I feel like he's a solid one to target because we've got Brentford, Everton, Villa, Bournemouth in our next 4. And then we have Liverpool and Newcastle, which I think we could get a clean sheet in one of those games, honestly. Probably the Newcastle one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel good about City's defense. Rodri is having some knee issues, which would definitely put me off of them slightly. But even without Rodri, last game we looked really good. I think that tactically we're just starting to get a better hold of how we're going to play with some of the new guys, without some of the unks and with Donnarumma in net. And I guess last thing, like Palace defense at this point, I think we can say is elite. Like they've been really good. They've definitely outperformed their XG by a lot for conceding goals. But I still think the way that they play is really assured at the back, and they might not score a ton, but they're also not going to allow a ton of goals. And so I think that makes you have to feel pretty good about their defensive outlooks moving forward. But yeah, I think that's it. I mean, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a follow on the playback. We're posting content on social media, we're short form on TikTok, on IG, on YouTube Shorts, and wherever you get your podcasts. Actually, just Spotify. YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces and our choices of outfits, which I think are always interesting. This is the Supreme Nike soccer kit right now. Just to shout out my own fit. But yeah, thank you for listening. And you could say it.
Daichi, play us out.
Play us out.
Title fight? Get in there! Get in there! You beauty! Come on, you! Love that from you. I didn't say it. No headlines. I did not say we're in a title fight. The media said that we were in a title fight.